So I will show the details of this in the middle of the video. And I just want to show or talk about the bottom line right here. In the last 7 days, a 7-day period, we did $6,622 in sales. Not quite $1,000 a day, but darn close. And so that's a really busy time for us.
The Crazy Picker Life with Wheeler, Dealer, and Banana Peeler.
Good morning, Crazy Pickers and would-be adventurers. This is Dealer with the Crazy Picker Life, Thursday morning edition. Oh my goodness. Just when you think you've hit bottom, right? This 30-day challenge I'm on, and this October month is nearly over, but somebody was watching and left a comment that I used to really enjoy watching you, but now you're super creepy. Oh my goodness, just when you think you're almost out of it. Oh my goodness, that one caught me funny. Okay, so back to business. Had a busy day yesterday. For those of you that watched the vlog, typically once a week, like I mentioned, I have a day that just is too busy, and by the end of it, boy, you know you've worked a day. Oh! Good morning, Elizabeth.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good.
What you up to?
I just scared you.
Yeah, you did. Do you think your daddy's creepy?
No.
Oh. You gonna help me pack some orders this morning?
Yes!
Okay, I gotta finish this off. I'll be right with you.
Okay.
Nah. So, typical day today for this challenge month of October. We are winding down. I don't know what else to say. This month has really pushed the limits of what I'm capable of in the sense of holding it all together. Making this show fun, whatever. you just can't do it. It's a grind. This month, this October month, where I'm listing 10 a day and really trying to fit the rest of my life around that, it has worn on me. It has worn on you guys out there watching. It's grueling. I mean, okay, let's talk pros. Obviously, I'm getting a lot of good stuff listed. That's awesome. You're getting to see pretty much every item I listed this month. I don't know. I think that's okay. I think everybody wants to see what I'm listing. It's still grueling. There's just no way around it. How do you if this was a show about cooking and you cooked basically a very similar dish every single day, everybody would be like, okay, today he's adding, pumpkin to it. Tomorrow he's adding raisins to it. The next day he's adding tomatoes to it, but it's basically the same 10 recipe every day. So, believe me, I'm caught up in it. I'm sorry it's a little monotonous, and I'm sorry it's creepy. You're so creepy. I'm gonna have a whatever, my hand is right here just holding everything in. Let me just clear the air. Things are well, things are fine. Crazy Picker Lifeland is good. All the background stuff in my life that should be more important, I'm still treating very important. I'm not letting the important things go. I have to let some things slide this month in order to get the 10 done, all that kind of stuff. I will catch up. All will be well. Oh my goodness. Never lose your sense of humor, no matter what, right? So today is the 27th, Thursday the 27th of October. I've got things to list. In the meantime, I'm going to get my day done. I don't think I'll bring the camera along unless there's something super spectacular and fun to show. Back to the grind. We're going to list 10.
Working on the train stuff. This is listing lot number 1. These are Marks trains, or MAR trains, made in USA. MAR, I'm assuming, is Marks, but I could be wrong. There's markings on there. Santa Fe, Santa Fe, Santa Fe, a bunch of cabooses, a New York Central tender, and a couple of bottoms that appear to be the same size and shape as these. Part slot like this, I'm going to start it at $15.99 plus shipping. I've got another part slot behind it. Might as well just show that one and list it. Probably the same price on this. Some sort of a tin train set. These things articulated, connected in the center. I'm not sure what somebody will do with them. 4 pieces. I'm going to do the same thing. $15.99 plus shipping. The hardest part of all this train stuff is to decide how to separate it and how to sell it. The guy who sold it to me sold the whole lot to me for a couple $100 and threw in some extras. So I've got to find a way to not just throw it out there and get my money back. I want to actually make some money. So I've looked up some things. These Tycos, some of them I can list for $10.99. There's a few in there that seem to be a little more scarce on Amazon or whatever. Maybe $19.99. Maybe even one of them is a $29.99. There's a bunch of this other brand, this AHM, which seems to be slightly higher brand than Tyco, and there's one track cleaner car in there, and there's a bunch of switch tracks and bridges and accessories. I'm gonna have to decide if I'm gonna lot those up. Come on, Zoomy. Am I on automatic again? Seems that I am. Let's see if I can fix that. Too many buttons for dealer. I used to really get excited about all these settings on things and all that when I was younger. As I get older, I just want the damn thing to do what I need it to do. Take the picture, take the movie, take the video, whatever you want to call it. I don't need all these settings. As long as it's pretty good, I'm good. I'm not all weird and anal about perfection, you know. Get it done. Let's show what's going on. So anyway, I've got things that obviously I'm going to have to sort a little bit and lot up. There's this big weird long car I've got to look up. There's several different brands here. I don't see anything premium or high dollar. I don't see anything super sparkly, but this is all right for what I've got to do here. There's probably going to be, like I said, 20 listings here. I'm going to try to knock out some of them today. I've got a few other things to list. I did get a few test strips in today. I don't know if I'll list them today or tomorrow. I'll get as far as I can today. I was at home, and after dinner we were trying to hack out our new phone plan for our, I still call them cell phones. That's what they are, cell phones, but they're smartphones, Apple phones, whatever. Trying to hack out that plan. That's more complicated than I thought. And I got called the opposite of humble because I want the latest and greatest, biggest possible iPhone I can get, compared to Lon, who wants just the humble, smaller iPhone 7, and I'm supposed to get that too, right? Well, the funny thing is, you know, she uses it for calls, and she uses it for emails, and she uses it maybe to text and surf a little bit, but that's pretty much it. She's got an iPad and a computer and all that for videos or YouTube or whatever else she's doing, Facebook or whatever else she's doing, shopping. You know, this thing, I use this thing. I take all my pictures for eBay with it, and I'm looking stuff up constantly when I'm on the road. I use it for a GPS occasionally. I use it to transfer money. I use it for all kinds of things. I'm using it every day in my business for emails and you know, eBay app and on and on and on. So without ranting anymore, I know I've already went off on a rant. I use the thing like 100 times more than she does. For an additional $125, I want the big screen and I want the memory. I don't need my name engraved. I don't need any bling on it. Just give me the big screen and the big memory. It's a no-brainer. So we spent some time. Really, it was more like the silent treatment. It was more like, well, at least I'm making a humble choice. Come on. Oh my goodness. Get off my back. Oh, that's going to win me some points right there for sure. Pros and cons of making a daily vlog when your mouth is linked to your brain. Son of a biscuit, right? That's what my girlfriend in high school, her dad used to say. I worked with him one summer pulling out stumps. We de-stumped his horse pasture. And he'd get mad because he'd hit his hand with a hammer or something like that. He's a very, very tough but proper, genteel man. The guy ran like a 4:10 mile, 4 minutes and 10-second mile in high school in Wisconsin back in the late 50s, early 60s, somewhere in there. So he was a tough guy, thin but tough, worked factory, and we're out there, you know, all summer busting out these trees and stumps. And he, at least 10 times he got mad because he did something, and he's like, "You son of a biscuit." I'm like, don't you mean? And I didn't say it because I was, you know, courting his daughter or whatever. He was a man of few words. Oh, funny, funny, funny. Okay, so what do we got? Listing 1, $16.99 plus shipping. Listing 2, $16.99 plus shipping. The best I can do is put train lot, and I'll look at some other listings to get the gauge. I know a little bit about trains to be dangerous. And then I'll put as much as I can do on the description and parts lot and pictures, and you know, that's what I'm going to do. Listing 1 and 2. Not done, but done as far as this is concerned. Okay, number 3 is a set of five Marks engines and 5 Marks tenders. These are plastic. I guess I need to go back and put that in the listing. Yeah, I listed the numbers. I'll put it in there. These are cheap trains by Marks. There's a whole bunch of them here. $50 plus shipping. That's what I listed them at. Untested. Fair to good condition. Most of this stuff I think is a parts lot and a cheap lot, other than some of the box stuff is going to be alright. I'm still sifting through some of the stuff. I'm not disappointed, but if I had my druthers, I would try again to buy higher end stuff. And I was just in a buying mood, so I just bought stuff when I bought this. So whatever. Paid, you know, if I paid $200, I'm probably all told going to get $400 or more out of this stuff. It's going to take a while, and it's a lot of listings, and a lot of wrapping stuff. People ask me, oh boy, you know, these beer signs, oh, that's a lot of risk. That's a lot of money to tie up. Well, one $200 beer sign and I sell it for $200, $400, or say $450 or $475, so I make $200. That's a lot easier to deal with than 20 railroad lots. So maybe I'll have more here when I'm all said and done. Maybe it'll be 3 times my money. It's just, it's not the way I like to roll, but it is what we got. All right, so lot 4 is a couple American Flyer pieces. The bottoms are cabooses, red cabooses. The top, I used to have some sort of a light here that spun around, so it's a platform car with a light. This one's missing some wheels, so this is a $11.99 plus shipping lot, number 4. Number 5 is a set of Marks locomotives, 9 of them. Series 490, 400, and unknown, untested, fair to good condition, listed as parts, repair, etc. $60 plus shipping. And apparently I'm pricing these things correctly, because one of those first lots I sold right away. So whenever you do that, you're kind of like, oh, did I underprice it a little bit? And the truth is, I don't care. I move it out, you know. I couldn't identify one of them, and I don't think it's like I sold something for $17.99 that should have been $117.99, but you know, I could have probably priced it up a little bit more and waited. Somebody timed it out looking for it, whatever. There you go. Keep going. Wheeler finally joined me, got his homework done, so we're going to have to scramble here at the end. And if we don't get close to our number, my number 10 is going to be a big one. If we're going to make it, then I'll wait for another day on that. So, what did I say? Number 5, $60. Cloudy lot. Oh, here we go. The fog is lifted. Lot number 6 is 10 Marks and other locomotives. I don't know anything about them. They got numbers on them, that's it. So 10 of them, $69.99 plus shipping. Number 6 listed. Okay, so you know, we're listing a lot of stuff this month, and typically when you start listing a lot of stuff, and we've been doing pretty good all summer and fall, it's been pretty steady. Our numbers have been good, our selling numbers have been good, but this last week, starting, you know, this last weekend, I noticed orders were selling pretty good, pretty steady, really every day pretty steady. And so today I just took a minute to check them. And, you know, what I was thinking was there. It's really a good week for us, a good last 7 days. And so that stuff, when you want to share it on YouTube, is really timely. You can't really take a snapshot of what's going on the screen and then show it a couple days later or record it a couple days later. You have to kind of show it when it's there, because eBay statistics and Amazon statistics basically update every hour or every couple of hours, and then boom, you know, you have a great bubble of sales, and then, you know, pretty soon it's in the 14-day range and not the 7-day range or the 30-day range or whatever. So I will show the details of this in the middle of the video, and I just want to show or talk about the bottom line right here. In the last 7 days, a 7-day period, we did $6,622 in sales. Not quite $1,000 a day, but darn close. And so that's a really busy time for us. Now you might wonder why why I just recorded that weird little in the middle of the video thing. Well, that's the intro, okay? I want to put it in the title of the video, and it catches people's eyes, and then you have to have an intro, and then I wanted to lead them to this section if they want to see the proof, you know. So when you do 120 daily vlogs, you start to kind of figure out how this puzzle of intros and middles of the videos and extras and titles of videos, you start to kind of get some ideas on how to do all that. So bear with me, regulars. I'm just trying to get the word out there that this is the crazy picker life. Okay, so let me show you some proof. Again, I added up basically our 5 selling channels that I included in this. I also have one other selling eBay channel that I think I sold 25 bucks or something on. That's just a separate channel that I sell a few things from my dad's estate from last year. I still have a few things I'm listing on there. I pretty much keep that separate from everything. I hardly ever talk about it. So $6,622. Here's how it's stacked up. This is pre-prohibition Wiener Blatz sign sold for $800 last week. The numbers for Northwest Kansas right here, $12.72 in the last 7 days. Camera sales, $27.78 in the last 7 days. That has been okay, but not particularly strong, typical. This is our new watch channel, and I don't have a thing that totals it up, but I'll run it all by you here. $70 for a watch, $270 for a watch, 30 bucks test strips, $240 test strips, $60 test strips, 40 test strips, 40, 180 test strips, and then that's it. That totals a certain number. And then 7 days on Amazon is $842.01. Let's see, the test strip thing, test strip channel, I believe it was $930 for the 7-day period. By the way, I'm drinking a BAI Bubbles Sparkling Gimby Pink Grapefruit drink. Woo! So healthy, I don't know what to do with myself. Okay, so $6,622. Now, that's a pretty good rate of sales. I've mentioned our sales before, what our average is per month. If you take the last 3 years and take our tax returns and all that, it's about $20,000 in total sales per month. 6622 is a little more than usual. If you take that times 4.33, that's $28,673 a month. Let's see, divided by 20,000 average. You know, that's like 40%, 43% bump increase. So being that this is a busy week, a busy month, lots of listing, lots going on, that's another reason I need 8 hands like an octopus, okay? I'm not really showing it to brag. I'm just adding to the, you know, putting logs on the fire, why it's just crazy this week. I mean, last week I was a little under the weather, and I think people thought I was fading away or something. Maybe I thought it a little bit too. This week I'm feeling fine, whatever. Just so busy. Woo. All right, I think I have 6 listings, 2, 4, 6. I've been staying in close contact with Wheeler. We're looking at our watches. It's 11:22 p.m. I got to get my last 4 items listed. I think I'm going to list a couple test strips here. Yeah, I am. Let's see what we're going to do here. I'll give you a listing. Listing number 7. These 4 AccuCheck Plus Avivas. Pay $6 each. I have a contact. I will list these for $25 each. So that's going to be $100 right there. That's listing number 7. That's next. And then these Infinities aren't worth a darn. Paid the guy a couple bucks. I'll list these for probably $20 for the pair, free shipping, and just move them out. So that's listing number 8. Listing 9 and 10 tonight. our Tyco, new in the package, new old stock, SOO line, and New Haven, New Hampshire. These are they were sold at JCPenney's. Boxcar, 50-foot plug door. Pretty good condition. I'm going to put these on Amazon. I'm not exactly sure, but I looked this box up and most of them were on Amazon. $20 each is probably what these will go for. Maybe one will be a little more and one will be a little less. So that's going to get me pretty close to 400. And so I'll spare you putting that up on the board. I'm going to go make my mark though here ahead of time while I'm with you. I got to let Wheeler work. He's knee deep in watches and assures me that we're going to be just fine. So I'm going to save my expensive Schlitz sign as a backup in case we're not going to make it one of these nights. I don't want to be here all night. We can always stay all night and make it, but that's a good way to ruin the next day and without caffeine. I'm not willing to do that. I'm not willing to have a terrible day all day or have to crash all day. So I guess this month I'm responsible dealer. Caffeine allows you to be a little less responsible. Of course, it comes back to haunt you, but you can pick and choose a little bit, I guess. I don't know. I won't get into that. So 27th is in the books, more or less. We'll get her done. 28th, 29th, and 31st coming up. So we'll peek in on Wheeler, get his 3 or 4 words, and then we'll end this this segment. Here's your chance to give your 3 or 4 words.
I don't have any words. Listing.
So we had a $6,600 sales 7-day period for the last 7 days.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty good. That's about a 44% bump on our normal average.
Mm-hmm.
So, good week.
Yep, sounding good.
All right, I'll let you go. He's in the groove. He was... It's kind of funny. One of the classes that I have with him in homeschool, our quarter finished off last week, but they, for whatever reason, had too much to fit in the quarter, so it got pushed to this week. So he was doing some exams tonight and had put them off a little bit too far, and so I told him they got to be done tonight. And then Lon has classes with him, and she always has his work done on Thursdays, 4-day week. She doesn't want to drag it into the weekend or Fridays. And so he had stacked up some work. He didn't get down here till like 10 o'clock. Actually, a little bit after. So I had to have a backup plan if we needed it. And we didn't need it. We're not out of the woods yet, but it's going to pan itself out. If for some reason I have to, I'll list something else, whatever. But we're going to go with that. So thanks for watching. Appreciate all the comments and encouragement, thumbs up, all that kind of stuff. Hope you enjoyed the show. Pick well and list often. Have a good listing day. Dealer out.
Hey, Wheeler.
Dealer Production.